So this video is the walkthrough for the fascial holds routine. And so in that routine, we went over 4 basic fascial holds, and what this does is it starts to strengthen the body in its most optimal form, its integrity structure, up and open, strong, symmetrical tension throughout the body. And we can do that through the fascial holds. So this video is just about going a little more in depth on these holds, how to do them better, because your intention, your focus is really, really important here. Your ability to control the muscles, to feel, to stay within green zone are all very, very important factors in you actually progressing with these moves. So the first move I want to start with is the twist, right? And so what you do is you just step one foot in front of the other, just a comfortable distance, somewhere you feel strong in this position, so it can be much closer, it can be a little further if you want to get a little deeper into the stretch. And so what you're trying to do is you're trying to rotate the top part of your torso and then towards your front leg. So we're rotating in towards our front leg. And you want to drive with your leg, your hips forward, and then twist into it. So you can feel it come up the back of your legs, or your back leg, and then come around through this piece here as we twist in. And so the first thing you want to do is really generate from the bottom up. So we're going to show you another angle from the side. And so we're getting into position, find your stance, generate power, start feeling kind of like tensing and bracing from your foot all the way up, kind of push forward with it, and then slowly rotate towards it, and you feel that kind of bracing, and you can put your arms across to start to turn even more, and then just let your head follow. So one more time, looking at you, and we're really just trying to connect every piece of this line. It's the spiral line in the body. We're just trying to connect every piece as we rotate into it, kind of flexing and bracing when we get to the top, and just holding that for about 5 seconds. That hold is going to just start to connect. It's just going to synchronize these lines in the body. And talk about something called Hebb's law, which is neurons that fire together, wire together. So the more we kind of fire this pathway, the more used to it your body gets, and that becomes its new normal. So that's why we're going to redesign it to be its optimal structure through these fascial holds. And again, it's being able to brace, being able to control all the muscles, really connecting everything all the way up, twisting in. And then if you want, you just put your arms across the body, squeeze a little tighter, and then release. And sometimes I like to kind of just like shake it out, relax a little bit, because some of those braces can be a little bit intense. So that's the first piece, that's a twist. Now, the second move we do is on the ground, and we're going to do the short bridge. So this is about the back line, but it's also about the front line lifting up. So we're going to work synergistically. We're going to work together, both front and back lines. So you just want to put your feet flat on the floor, lay back, just get comfortable, get your hands lightly on the side, and then you want to push up with your hips. Try to reach up to the ceiling with your hips and make sure your core stays strong, like a string is pulling you straight up. So just drive up, and you want to drive through your feet, so no weights in your hands. Drive through your feet and in your shoulders, and you get to this position that's tight, or the top position, or however far you can get. Might be here, might be here. And then again, you just brace from the bottom all the way up, engage the whole body, and then relax. So that connects the whole back line with the front line, and they're working together to get you in that position. It's starting to open up the spine. It's good for the joint oiling. And so we'll just continue, and then we'll go to the other side, which is the plank hold. And so I showed in the video, I think you go all the way up on the feet, but if you can't hold this position, go ahead and sit right on your knees. This is where I started. And so start to flex your legs, tighten your glutes, feel it in your low back, kind of drive down, start to brace the whole body, engage everything, hold, and then relax. Now you'll see that in some of these holds, I'm like shaking a little bit. And so that's right kind of on the threshold. If you start to cramp up, you've gone too far. But if you're shaking just a little, you're still okay. But just kind of be aware that that's kind of your limit. So now for the last move, it is the L sit. So go ahead and turn back around. And then there's multiple levels to do this, right? So most people have trouble just sitting in this position. So if you can get in this position, good, we can start doing more with this. But you can also lean back a little bit and just support yourself with your hands if this is a little more comfortable for you. And so what you do is just kind of put your weight on your hands just a little bit and then start to lift your leg and then hold one leg, 2 to 5 seconds. And again, we're just kind of engaging, tightening, and then we switch legs and go back down. So we really want to feel this muscle here, these hip flexors, bringing this up and holding, being able to kind of get some mobility, some strength in this range of motion. So to make it a little harder, you lean forward, you can lift here. Make it even harder, you lift yourself off the ground, start to lift. So these are all a little bit of variations that we can throw in at this, make it a little more difficult, find the level you're at, and just keep working with it, work through the routine. It's a total time of 20 seconds for each move, and I usually like to do them in 4 sets, so about 5-second holds. That allows me to give my intention, my focus, without it being too much. I'm trying to do full 20 seconds. So those 5-second holds are really strong, really good. You can focus the whole time and do 4 sets of those, and you'll get your full 20 seconds for each move.